Halle Berry is one of the most talented actresses of her generation. With a mixture of beauty, talent, hard work, and dedication, Halle Berry has been at the top of her game for many decades. There's only one problem. Halle Berry hasn't really been successful with the romantic life. And because of that, Halle Berry finds herself in a very precarious situation that many other women find themselves, which is dating men that have less money than them. Halle Berry is rich, but she has a target on her back for a man who doesn't have exactly what she has to use her for her wealth. And we want to find out if that really is her fault. Is it that Halle Berry is being used by these men, or has Halle Berry's success overshadowed or overplayed her position in getting a man that's on her level? Rewind! We're going to come back to Halle Berry in just a second. Many women are actually going through this right now. As women are getting better, more skilled, more educated, obviously they are making more money. But that more money is hurting them in the field of dating and relationships. And this lady kind of explained how it was with her and her husband.
So one of the big things that we're facing as women, as Black women in particular, and it just is what it is. And you are going to have to make a choice. Are you going to allow this thing to keep you in bondage, or are you going to find your path to freedom? And the thing that we are facing and dealing with is, in many cases, or in lots of cases, the woman makes more money than the man. I've been happily married for 26 years to Demetrius Richardson. As I said, Grandma B planted the seed in my life, and Demetrius Richardson surely has watered it. But it's no secret that for the great majority of our relationship, I have been the breadwinner. But for me, that doesn't mean anything, because his love, his courage, his protection, his caring for me and our children, that is the way that I've been able to make money. Without him doing the things that he has done, I wouldn't be able to make our money. It is our money.
Now, this is Dr. Lynn Richardson, who's been married to a man of 26 years who made less money than her. Then again, for Halle Berry, that hasn't been the case. The last 3 or 4 serious relationships that she's had, all of the men have made less money than her, and she suffered from it significantly. And that is the case of Olivier Martinez. Olivier Martinez, she married in 2013 and she divorced in 2016. And she's been the one paying the child support. She's being the one paying alimony. She's paying like $8,000 to $9,000 a month, and she's been having extreme legal battles with this guy. But let's get back to rich women taking care of poor men. Why is it that these relationships are not working out? I mean, think about it. Women always talk about if they had money, if they had the bag, then everything else would take care of itself. That's what you usually hear. I got money, I'm independent, I don't need a man, everything else will work itself out. If that is the case, why are so many rich women divorcing men that are less successful than them? And we found this out to be the case with Mackenzie Scott. Mackenzie Scott is the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. She was Mackenzie Bezos. She divorced Jeff Bezos, married a school teacher, Dan Jewett, in just a year, and then divorced him within a year. Again, another woman divorcing a man who makes less money than her. But this particular divorce attorney has 3 reasons why this happens.
Number 1 is, as I mentioned in my last video, men need to feel valued. And I think that when women earn more than men, it has a tendency to emasculate men. I think that they are ingrained within the society to think, I have to earn, I have to provide, right? Men are hunters and gatherers, and they're supposed to provide. And I think that it kind of upsets the natural balance for the woman to be carrying that weight, because, sorry to say this, but a lot of women who work also carry a lot of weight in the home. So I think that adds to it. So even regardless of whether or not you have kids, I think a woman carrying more of the financial weight not only tends to emasculate the man, but also can cause more resentment to build in a woman that would build in a man in the reverse situation, where the man is the higher income earner. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that the men in these situations that are married to high-powered women, a lot of times, in the ones that I've seen fail, the men tend to be very, for lack of a better word, not motivated. They tend to be, they might be educated, but they don't tend to work very hard. They don't really seem to have a passion for anything. They tend to be lazy, and they tend to kind of rely on the woman to run the household. I mean, she does the bills, she does the finances, she takes care of the kids if there are any. She kind of is the CEO of the household. They just don't seem to really contribute much. It's the opposite of a traditional stay-at-home mom dynamic where the mom is running the household and the husband is working every day and paying for the expenses. The woman in that situation tends to do it all. And so I just think that over time it just weighs on her and she's just like, I'm out of here. Or the man will cheat, as in my last video. And then finally, what's really interesting about these divorces is they tend to be the cheapest. Women who are the breadwinners, they're protecting their money. I mean, men do too, but not like the women do. And they tend to really push their husbands behind the scenes to settle. They tend to have to pay the entire bill and they don't want to pay that bill. So they keep the process really streamlined and quiet. So
shout out to attorney KKL on TikTok. She's a divorce and family law attorney. Now I kind of want to get back to what's going on with Halle Berry. Halle Berry is currently paying her ex-husband Olivier Martinez $8,000 a month after finalizing her divorce settlement. Now this is interesting because, as we know, Halle Berry is not just a woman. Halle Berry is a black woman. And if you think about it, a black woman like Halle Berry should be able to get, a richer white man or a more successful white man, because she's not just dealing with black men anymore. She has an appeal to deal with all men. But why is it that she can't get the white man that she wants? That's the question. A lot of black women talk about opening up their options. But let's kind of get back to this. Halle Berry is tired of being used by Olivier Martinez. She is looking to change their child custody agreement. She's basically saying that, her 10-year-old son is behind in his studies in school, and Olivier has refused to get his son a tutor because it will interfere with soccer practice. So what I'm assuming is that this child stays with the father most of the time. But again, let's get back to it. Why can't Halle Berry get a white man that makes more money than her? And now we're back to the crux of the situation.
When I became a manager at a lot of these establishments, one thing that I came to learn, and it broke my heart, I'm not gonna lie, it really has affected the way my judgment towards certain people. But 8 out of 10 times you see a sister come in there, a black woman come in there with a white guy, she's footing the bill. That blew, they had me convinced with all the videos on social media that, these white men are out here killing us. They're taking our best women, blah, blah, blah. Till I got into this industry, started working, and my dude, a lot of times, 8 out of 10 times, you see a sister at an upscale restaurant with a white guy. She's footing the bill. It blew my mind when I started learning this, when I started seeing it.
So I want to get to that, because you're seeing a lot of black women who have money. Serena Williams, Lonnie Love, and James Welsh. Here we have Halle Berry and Olivier Martinez. They're taking care of these guys. Same thing with Rachel Lindsay and Brian Abasolo. All of these guys make less money than their black wives, and then they're taking their black wives to court, getting spousal support or getting alimony. And people are upset. And the reason is, a lot more money doesn't always equal a lot more opportunities. Sure, it does mean you have access to more people, but you still gotta have what those people want. The dating game is still an economy, and in order for you to be active in the economy, you have to give somebody what they want. It's not enough to be very attractive like Halle Berry. It's not enough to be very successful like Halle Berry. It's not enough to be, very intelligent. You have to have, or you must possess what someone wants. And what we have figured out with Halle Berry, Rachel Lindsay, Lonnie Love, is their inability to give a rich guy that has everything that they desire in a man that they might likely stay with a long term what they want. This is why Kim Kardashian stayed with Kanye West for so long. Because despite Kanye West being crazy, hey, Kanye West was also very rich and also very successful. He was also somebody that she respected because of his work ethic. A lot of these women are dealing with these men that don't have what they have. The men might be smart, but they are not working hard. You know, they are not getting up producing. They are not being a man and taking care of business like these women are. So these women are upset, and then they will go out and say, well, you know what? All you guys are this, that, and the other. You guys are lazy. You guys are this and that. But again, I'm going to keep making the point. You have never focused on what these men want. And this was the great work of Kevin Samuels. He exposed it in ways that nobody else I've seen do it in the way when he was living or has done it since he's passed away, which is this: women must understand the market of the men that they desire. Otherwise, they are going to end up making a ton of money and then losing it, as men have done in divorce settlements. They're going to lose their wealth, and they're going to lose their wealth to highly attractive men that they have always desired, that they despise. Sure, they'll clap cheeks good in the bedroom. Booty clapping sounds. Sure, they'll be a vibe to hang out with, but they won't be able to be men that they can respect. And the only way that women like Halle Berry and other women who want to be successful in this world will ever get the men that they want is they must understand the desire of the market that they're trying to reach. Otherwise, dear ladies, get ready to be sued in divorce. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.